In this fourth and last video, we are going to draw a profile just as the router would route a profile. We're going to draw a profile around the upper edge of the top piece right at the present time. So first thing I'm going to do is get my stool placed correctly. Let's orbit that around and get it in a spot where it's easy to get at everything and see what I'm doing. Perfect. First thing I'm going to do is draw a 1/4 inch profile along the edge, and I'll do that by marking out where my profile should be. So a length of 1/4 of an inch and a length perpendicular to that at 1/4 of an inch. Then let's press the escape key to get out of that, and then we will draw an arc between those 2 points, just as you see there. Then this is sometimes a little difficult, so don't give up the first time. Step back, think once again, use Control Z and start it again. Sometimes you might not be drawing on the correct plane, and so it thinks you're in a different spot actually, and it's drawing kind of a goofy looking profile to that arc. So that's one thing that you could check and just think out just a little bit, and it'll work a lot better for you. Let's pan this down and orbit down so where I can see the top, all the top pieces. Let me get my layer window out of the way, and I can see all the edges of the top. That's just perfect. The tool we're going to use is called the Follow Me tool, but before I select that, I'm actually going to select all the edges, and I'm going to hold the Control key down, select all the edges, including this last little line here, and that one is a tricky one, so be careful with that. Then we'll pick the Follow Me tool, and I'll just simply click on, and you can see the little dotted lines on that surface area, and we automatically have a rounded edge. Now the one thing is that this is the top isn't tall enough at this point, but we've actually made or cut in new lines along the edge, so all that I need to do is simply just take the move tool, the push-pull tool, and drag that up, and then we're all set. So the next thing that we can do is orbit this around, get this to where I want to have everything in an easy place to see, put my layers back where it was, I guess, and I think the wisest choice would be to make a component of that top piece, because I'm going to actually have to get that in the right place. And then select everything on the component. I've made the other layers invisible. I'll make component, call it top, create that component, and make my other layers visible now again. And then I'm going to orbit around, because we need to place this top in the right right location, 1/2 inch out in each direction, so it overhangs all the way around the legs and braces by 1/2 of an inch. So right now it's right on this corner here, so the wisest choice in this case would be to take the move tool and move that 1/2 inch out, and then let's orbit that around. And come to this side, take the move tool once again, click on the bottom, and move that 1/2 inch out that way. And then if all goes according to plan, we should have a stool that's perfectly placed. Then, just to finish up quickly, we're going to select the materials. The materials will be under Window, Materials, and that will show up. I'm going to pick Cherry, and I'm just going to click, 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 click. I need to orbit around to get the other brace, and click on my cherry again, get my paint bucket set, and if all goes according to plan, you should have a perfectly finished stool in no time flat. We can actually add shadows, and you can play with that too, and display shadows, and you can play with those settings. And that is it.